Yes, you. Welcome to the You're Not Getting Any Younger podcast, a podcast for people who want to disrupt their lives for a good reason, to make it count. I'm your host, Jen Glantz, and every week I'll drop a new episode with stories from real people just like you, who woke up one morning and decided to make big changes, starting with small things. We'll cover topics like entrepreneurship, love, failure, and self-care. Hey, you're not getting any younger, so let's make this an adventure. Ready? Hey you. Happy Thanksgiving. I decided that I was going to record this episode solo because it's officially been 1 year since I decided to create the You're Not Getting Any Younger Facebook group, and then that spiraled into the podcast, and I really just wanted to talk about what I am most grateful for this year. And the truth is, I think I'm the most grateful for all of the things I've lost. I lost my favorite pair of socks in an Airbnb in Brooklyn. I lost muscle on my arms because I decided to stop working out so much and instead nap more. I lost my promise of meeting deadlines because I never wrote the 50 pages of a new book I told my agent I would write by the end of October. And I lost my best friend of 7 years who one day, out of the blue, told me that she didn't want to be my friend anymore. I lost my temper a couple of times this year on the people I love the most because they said things that I knew were true, but in the moment, I was just too stubborn to listen to them. And I've also realized I'm the kind of person who likes to learn things the really hard way. I lost my motivation sometimes because I found that getting out of bed, brushing my teeth, and going through the motions of being human was hard enough. And I honestly lost my desire to freak out over the small things like bugs crawling in your apartment or a mattress that was less comfortable than sleeping on the floor and only having cold water in the shower because I've been living out of a suitcase for over a year in a new city every 30 days, and it's broken me down in a really good way. Okay, I'll admit this to you, but I lost $25 at a casino in Colorado, and I still haven't forgiven myself. I've lost 3 pairs of headphones on airplanes. I lost a fully loaded Metro card that had like $40 on it. And of course, I lost a few pounds, but I gained them back, and I lost them again, and I gained them back, and you get the hint. So why am I thankful for everything I've lost this year? I think it's because we lose a lot in our lives, and we're supposed to. Things are not supposed to last forever, and some things are just irreplaceable, and others are past due to leave. And though we try really hard to hold on, and we chase, and we feel resentment, sometimes we have to move forward. We have to just eyeball all that we have and be grateful that the rest of it is gone. Because what we have will one day be gone too, It's nothing lasts forever, and things are supposed to leave, and we're supposed to add them to that list and clean our hands of the past and learn how to inhale the future, even if the future is not what we imagined it to be. I asked someone what they were most thankful for, and they bulged their eyes before letting out an elongated Okay, it was in the middle of July, so I kind of understand why that question caught them off guard, but the what you're most thankful for question, it makes people squeamish, especially if you ask them on a first date or a job interview or in the middle of July. But the thing is, we only ever talk about that question when it's Thanksgiving. If it wasn't for this holiday, we would never stop and think about it. I am so guilty of this, and maybe you are too, but we surf through our day-to-day lives way too fast, and we pause only when we have difficult situations or suffocating emotions. But rarely do we take the time to talk about our joys, our successes, or the nouns in our lives that love us so much and we really couldn't keep going as well without them. I saw this idea on Twitter and I wanted to try it. It's called an I'm thankful jar. Whenever something really cool happens to you, gigantic or tiny, you just write it on a piece of paper and stick it inside. And it's safe there and it's remembered there. And you could go to it whenever you want to remind yourself of the little things in life that are still good when everything else seems to fall apart. It's an excuse for you to ask this question on a daily basis rather than when Thanksgiving comes around, because what we're thankful for shouldn't be something we think about once a year. It should be something we think about every single day. So maybe something as simple as an "I'm thankful for" jar is another way for us to slow down our lives, to force ourselves to press some kind of pause button and pat ourselves on the back for living life as well as we do, because it is hard to be a functioning adult, and I seriously commend anybody who tries. I think I'm going to start this jar today, and I think my first note's going to be I'm thankful for sometimes being more awkward, more emotional, more confused than your average human being. What's yours going to say? Happy Thanksgiving. Oh, I mentioned that I started You're Not Getting Any Younger last Thanksgiving when I was feeling really down about myself and my life and comparing and contrasting, and I was in a really dark place. And I remember going in the shower after spending hours binging on social media, making myself go down in a deep spiral of everyone's life is better and makes more sense than mine. And I remember saying to myself, Jen, enough. You're not getting any younger. And I just want to thank you for joining this podcast and being in the Facebook group and listening to all of this advice. And I really hope that it inspires you to remember that, life could be short, it could be long. That's not the point. The point is that if you're not doing what you're meant to be doing or that you want to be doing, you could change that. It's never too late. You're never in that bad of a position. I promise you that. And I want to take a second to call out what some of the members of the You're Not Getting Any Younger secret Facebook group are most thankful for this Thanksgiving. Kat says she's grateful for her son, who's taught her more about herself than any other life experience has. Oswald says, I'm thankful for my friends and family, aka my halo of positivity. Corey says he's thankful for his healthy family and the opportunity he has to go back to school to help build a better future for them. Marilyn says she's thankful for her health and her family. Allison, her husband, who helps her stay calm during stressful times. And Shelley for her second and third and fourth and fifth chances. Bonnie, for all the love and health in her life and the lives of everyone she loves. Sam, for her friends and family who have supported her and seen her at her worst and still love her. And Robin, for leading a life wide open. Hey, no matter what it is you have this Thanksgiving, even if it's less than you had last year, even if it's not what you wish you had right now, just be grateful. I'm grateful for you all too. And one more thing, if you're loving this podcast, it would mean the world if you subscribed and wrote a little tiny review on iTunes. Plus, come hang out with us in the secret You're Not Getting Any Younger Facebook group. I would really love to see you there, especially if you're feeling the feels this holiday season. Hey you! Thank you for listening to the You're Not Getting Any Younger podcast. There are hundreds of thousands of pods out there, so thank you for listening to this one. You can find the show notes for this week's episode up on our website, anyyounger.com. Subscribe, rate, and review the You're Not Getting Any Younger podcast on iTunes so that other ears around the world can listen too. Oh, and join our secret You're Not Getting Any Younger Facebook group, where over 1,000 people are talking about how to disrupt their lives, for a good reason, to make it count. Until next week, all my love, Jen Glantz.